For the rain.
Hey guys, it's Angela, and I have the best moments and highlights from Super Bowl 2025, from Donald Trump getting a standing ovation, from Taylor Swift getting booed, to responses about the halftime show, and also the best Super Bowl commercials. So please make sure that you guys are subscribed. Everybody is talking about how Donald Trump is the first sitting U.S. president to attend a Super Bowl, and the turnout was fantastic. The second that they showed him on the Jumbotron, everybody went crazy.
Through the perilous fight. For the rain.
I'm so happy to see this. After everything that he has endured, he definitely deserves it. It is estimated that over 120 million people watch the Super Bowl. So I can only imagine how triggered liberals were to realize that their country loves and supports Donald Trump. My absolute favorite moment from the Super Bowl was Taylor Swift getting booed by the entire stadium. The contrast of Trump receiving a standing ovation and Taylor Swift getting booed is the greatest thing that has happened this year so far. Everybody loves Donald Trump. Here we have an awesome handshake with Chris Jones and Trump. Then we have a picture of Patrick Mahomes' family with Donald Trump. We have another awesome moment from Donald Trump, a video that is resurfacing from 1992.
Only for airline tickets. You own your own airline, don't you? You still own your own airline? Oh, they haven't taken that away from you yet, huh? No, good.
Wow.
I got you, bastard. Wait a minute, we gotta get a word. Wait a minute, we gotta get a word. No! How did you do that? I don't know. I have no idea. Who says there's not luck in football? You are the man. One time, everybody, Donald Trump.
I mean, he has seriously always been such a crowd favorite. It is so amazing that he has made it into the presidency. Another awesome historic selfie with none other than Megyn Kelly. She's so awesome. And here we have a video of Ivanka Trump
flying over the recently renamed Gulf of America. Please enjoy the flight, and we are now about to head westbound to Super Bowl 59.
Woo! Here is another angle of that same clip.
Your attention out the right side of the aircraft. Air Force One is currently in international waters, for the first time in history, flying over the recently renamed Gulf of America. Please enjoy the flight, and we are now about to head westbound to Super Bowl 59.
Wow, he did that well.
That is so awesome. Can you imagine, like, I don't know, just this entire situation? You have a desk inside of your private jet flying over what used to be the Gulf of Mexico, but you just renamed it as the Gulf of America, and then your pilot announces that to you as you have a bunch of reporters pointing cameras and microphones at you. I mean, this is a crazy situation, right? Now let's go ahead and shift gears to Taylor Swift and her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. So he recently was asked what he thinks about Donald Trump coming to the Super Bowl, and Taylor Swift has been getting backlash because of his response. And the whole thing just makes me feel like Taylor Swift is probably one of those girlfriends who would tell other women to leave their boyfriends if they voted for Trump, and yet now she is in that situation. So it's going to be interesting to see how their relationship plays out after this.
Can you tell us what your reaction was to finding out the president would be at the game on Sunday?
That's awesome. It's a great honor. I think, no matter who the president is, I know I'm excited because it's the biggest game of my life, and having the president there, it's the best country in the world.
Taylor Swift was probably like, how dare he be so patriotic? How dare he say that it is the best country in the world? I'm leaving him and I'm going to write a song about it. That is probably what she's actually going to do. But who knows? I wish him the best, and I hope that maybe 30, 40 years from now, we will receive a picture like this of the two happy and in love, because I sincerely do wish the best for them. And here we have Travis Kelce, who arrived in a very strange outfit with his chest hair showing. I guess it was a statement of some sort, for sure.
Only Travis Kelce can pull that off. And then, Mike, you'll like the next guy coming up.
Wow, so swaggy swag. Yes, the peace sign. He looks like he's in some type of film from the 1990s. And Taylor came with a very classy modern outfit. So I'm already seeing some misalignment in the relationship. I don't know. He likes Donald Trump, apparently. She doesn't. She's modern. He's old school. But I'm obviously just making a joke. Let's not read into this too hard. Actually, her boots are super cute. The purse is incredibly small. I don't know what you could possibly fit in there. But people were actually betting money on how much screen time Taylor would get, because she stole the show last year. But I don't really think it was the same way this year. A lot of people have been talking about the halftime show, and many people were saying that it was the worst halftime show ever because it was so boring. The song was good, the choreography was interesting. It felt a little bit bland to me personally, and this moment from his halftime show was getting a lot of attention. He also just won a Grammy on that song. So, I mean, he's kind of like one of the most popular artists right now. Meanwhile, everybody is talking about how Drake is just crying right now seeing him perform Not Like Us. But we're going to talk about that in a second. Let's talk about Serena Williams' little appearance at the halftime show. I don't think anybody was expecting that, because the last thing that I heard from Serena Williams was her talking about men playing in women's sports. So it's pretty cool to see her out there moving and grooving and doing the crip walk, apparently, because Americans love to play gangster and love to act like they're about that life. Many people feel like Kendrick Lamar just kind of sucks because he did this mockery of Jesus, and it also says that he had a song that was pro-abortion. All artists do stuff like this. They're constantly mocking the Christian faith. It ultimately just reflects very poorly on their character, and I believe that it makes them lose fans in the long term. Maybe in the short term, they get some rise in popularity because it's controversial. However, in the long run, I think people really look down on that kind of stuff. Then we have this guy, George, who posted that before the NFL was endorsing burning the US flag, and now Samuel L. Jackson is Uncle Sam at the Super Bowl. It seems like the NFL always took a woke position in the past, and now they are trying to shift that, and you're going to see that gigantic shift in all of the commercials that they played, because there was many pro-family, very traditional commercials out there. And so it makes sense that he says Hollywood is trying to get America's attention again. I find it bizarre because you would think that the NFL as a company would stand for certain values or have a certain mission that would lead them in a certain way, but instead it seems like they're constantly trying to adjust themselves to what everybody else wants. Why can't they just stand up for what is right? Because they believe it, and not because they realize that everybody else believes it, you know? And so a lot of people, again, have been talking about Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake, calling him the P word. They have been beefing for quite some time, and apparently he insulted him in his lyrics, which they are accusing him of liking younger women, being hard drug users, and cultural colonizers. So Drake has publicly denied these claims, yet that doesn't stop people from posting posting things like Drake watching Kendrick's halftime show and how he just can't stand it. Who knows what's actually going on through his head. Ultimately, I think that a lot of celebrities do these kinds of dramas because it actually benefits both of them. And it's kind of like the elephant in the room. They both know that they're getting more publicity the more that they beef with each other. So it's like in public, they create all of this chaos, but behind the scenes, they know that it's just a part of the game, I guess. Sometimes I think that that is what happens in celebrity world. It's all a show at the end of the day. Now let's go ahead and talk about the commercials from the Super Bowl, because I know that a lot of people just watched the Super Bowl for the commercials, and we're going to talk about how Elon Musk was brought into the conversation of Super Bowl commercials. But this is pretty shocking news that the Secret Service of Trump paid Hollywood director Michael Bay to produce a Super Bowl recruiting ad. So hopefully this will help get them some qualified signups so that Trump can be safe for the next 4 years, because we need him. We need him more than he needs us.
Our heroes are humble. They have an inner pride to keep this idea alive. Protectors are born, they're not made. America's Secret Service
I can't believe that this was a commercial on the Super Bowl. This is so cool. Trump's approval rating is the highest it has ever been because he is literally making America great again. And I believe that even people who didn't support him before are beginning to see the positive changes. Another commercial that is getting a lot of talk right now is this one from Carl's Jr. Now, usually the rise in the body positivity movement would say that this is not allowed. This gives people unrealistic expectations, and we should never make commercials with beautiful women because it is not inclusive to real women who are not as beautiful, and it's not fair. But yet, here she is back again after years of making a commercial like this. I guess Carl's Jr. made a commercial of a beautiful woman eating a big hamburger in the past. And honestly, the business's goal is to make money. And I can definitely see how their hamburger sales have gone up after this. So a huge win for Carl's Jr. Congratulations. Benny Johnson posted how proud he was to see this patriotic commercial. Isn't it great to see the American flag being flown in America and not the Mexican flag? My intuition tells me that Jeep is also going to have a great year because of this commercial.
Longest thing we ever do is live our lives. But life doesn't come with an owner's manual. Might have been nice, huh? But that means we get to write our own stories. Freedom is yes, or no, or maybe. Freedom is for everybody, but it isn't free. It's earned. There are real heroes in the world, but not the ones in the movies.
I am so happy that we are at a point in our country where we can act normal again, because before it's like, oh, don't teach people to try in life. Don't teach people to like be motivated. I mean, that's embarrassing. You don't want to try hard. You should just be able to live off of the government, and that is our right, or something like that. I just love this inspiration. Again, it's actually really exciting. We can actually start moving in a good direction, because again, before a commercial like this, it would have been somehow offensive. How can you say that freedom's not free? How can you say that as an American, I have some type of duty or some type of level to live up to. Because in our country for too long, we have glorified being lazy, just sitting down, watching TV, and eating snacks all day. But I love this motivation to get out, go, do something, chase your dreams, live the American dream. I think it's just so exciting. As a person, your reputation is the most important thing. And the same is true for these companies' brands. And that is why everybody's going to be talking about Rocket.com now, because they posted a really incredible pro-life commercial.
Let's get you home.
Everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. This is what I'm talking about. It's because when you believe that it is possible, you begin to act differently. And while Donald Trump is a speaker in a sense, and yes, he does take so much legitimate action, what he really does is he inspires the American people to believe in themselves and believe that it is possible, and that ultimately inspires so much action within the community and so much positive change, not just for the individuals, but for their families and for the entire country. It's actually so exciting that people are beginning to believe in the American dream again. So this guy, George, has been posting a lot about the Super Bowl. He also posted Super Bowl ads are actually promoting fathers and masculine role models.
I am somebody.
I may be young. But I am. Somebody. I may be small. But I am.
Everybody on X was talking about how Elon Musk spent $40 million of his own money to buy some commercials for Doge in the Super Bowl. And so as we were waiting, it didn't seem like there was any commercials, or it didn't blatantly have the Doge brand on it, because people didn't see or notice any commercials. Let me know if you guys did any commercials from Doge, anybody, because I didn't notice any of them. But ultimately, I am just so happy that the nation and the crowd at the Super Bowl gave Donald Trump the respect and gratitude that he deserves. Please triple check that you're subscribed. Thank you. Bye.